Howdy folks, I'm Scoryth, the Crimson Renegade. Welcome back to Borderlands. I wasn't paying attention to my clock, so the last episode ran a little long. Sorry about that. But we're going to turn that mission into TK, Baja.
Don't worry about me, I can take care of myself.
Woo! I enjoy listening to that. Skag corpses hitting the ground is like music to my ears. Brought my food back, did you? Thank you, stranger. So, you're looking for Nine Toes hideout? It's over in Skag Gully. Seeing as you helped me with my Skag problem, I'm happy to help you with your Nine Toes problem. 313 cash and 480 experience. Got grenades? Buy at least one grenade to return TK Baja. Good news! I just heard Marcus reopen his weapon vendor in Firestone. Before you go after Nine Toes, you gotta get yourself some grenades. I'm so happy you killed them Skags that I just hand you some, but I don't have any left after my last fishing trip. Fishing trip. So head over to Firestone and buy some grenades, then come on back. Okay, so we gotta go buy some grenades.
You've done well. I've decided to reopen my Firestone franchise thanks to you. Head into town and buy some new gear.
We're actually gonna go do that. He uses grenades while fishing. That's funny. Pop! Going back that way so I got some experience. Pop.
That must have hurt.
There's something across the road over there. There he is. Grab a little more free experience. Oh, Skag behind me. Come on, come get me, come get me. Ah, poop. And, oh, these guys got a shield. Boop. Boop. You can tell he had a shield because you saw he had two bars. He had a red bar and a blue bar. Blue bar is his shield bar. Not everybody has one. You can see this guy doesn't. And obviously you have to deplete the shield, just like on you. You have to deplete the shield before you can damage the main health bar. Alright. And some shields are actually like elemental. There's some that actually have like elemental resistances. So you have, if a shield is like resistant to fire damage, if you're shooting them with a fire weapon, they're going to take less damage. So you gotta keep that in mind. But I don't recall if there is any, but I don't think there's any shields that are actually resistant to lightning, to electrical damage, to, what do they call it? They call it electric damage. Shock damage. Shock damage is what they call it. I don't think there's actually any shields that are actually resistant to shock damage, but I can tell you this: shock damage does wonders for shredding shields. So if you come across an enemy that's got a lot of shields or you're having a hard time taking their shields down, equip shock weapons and you will shred that shield very, very quickly. Shock is incredibly good at taking down shields. All right, let's come over here. And you see this. This was actually closed before. I didn't actually point this out, but you may have seen it if you were watching when I turned this direction. But this place was actually closed until Marcus reopened it by us completing that mission for TK. So let's go over here and grab some more money. And these are the other two shops. This is an ammunition shop. This is a weapons shop. So I'll go ahead and fill up on ammo here. And now I bought up some grenades. And here's where we get grenade mods. This is a level 13 grenade mod. I don't know why we're seeing mods at such a high level. We're not even very close to it. But what grenade mods do is they modify your grenades. Right now, our grenades just throw, they land, they explode. That's all they do. When you put grenade mods on them, in this case, this is called an explosive sticky mod. What it does is you throw the grenade, and it'll stick to a surface, whether it be a ground, a wall, or even a person. It's like a sticky grenade, like a plasma grenade. It'll stick to the target, and after a few moments, it'll explode with explosive damage. The difference between explosive... pretty much all grenades by themselves already do explosive damage because they're well, actually, no, not really. It's more like... Essentially, you can say there's 5 elements if you really want to think about it. There's the incendiary, shock, corrosive, explosive. But then there's like a 5th element, sort of. Kind of like, I guess you can say non-elemental or kinetic, if you really want to put a phrase on it. Basically, any weapon that doesn't have an elemental attachment to it, elemental affinity, is basically using that non-elemental or kinetic damage. And that goes for grenades. Even though a grenade explodes, it only explodes with kinetic damage. It doesn't explode with explosive damage unless you have a mod on it that does explosive damage like this does. Now I'm not going to buy this because it requires level 13. I'm not going to worry about it right now. And there's no other mods available for me to buy, but I did buy some grenades, so at least I completed TK's mission. But that's what the mods do all kinds of different things, and I'll explain each one of them to you when I come across them. So for right now, I just maxed out on health, or maxed out on ammo everywhere. Let's check see if he's got any weapons. Okay, he's got SMGs over here, which will be nice. He's got a shotgun over here, which is good. But I may go ahead and replace my shotgun for now. So I really want to get some SMG affinity under my belt because I really do like SMGs. 6. This one does 7 damage. Although, you know, I was actually just thinking about repeater pistols. Basically, are like another form of SMG, and they're usually a little bit more accurate than SMGs. You see, these SMGs here are 77.5 accuracy. This repeater pistol does more damage, and is also more accurate. So I may go with repeater pistols and revolvers instead of SMGs and revolvers. I'm going to go ahead and try that. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this real quick. I've got the money for it, so I'll go ahead and grab this. And now that we have reached level 5, we can now unlock our first ability, or unlock our special ability, Berserk. Spin point, there it is. And now we've unlocked our first level, our first tier of each of our, I guess you can say, not really subclasses, but like I guess it's sort of be like subclasses, because you got Brawler, Tank, and Blaster. This is our first set here. We got this over here, Iron Fist, increases the melee damage you deal. So your melee attack will deal more damage. Endless Rage increases the duration of Berserk, which increases the duration of your action skill, your super. Harden increases your maximum health. This is always very good. I'll be utilizing this for sure. Increases the strength of your shields. This is one of those perks I was telling you about. Increases your shield strength by 8%. But it says shield strength, but what it means is shield capacity. Really, a more accurate term. Shield strength doesn't increase like how much damage it absorbs or anything like that. It actually increases its capacity more specifically. Then we've got Endowed, increases the explosive damage you deal. So when you ever use explosive weapons, this perk will increase the explosive damage that you deal. And then Rapid Reload increases your reload speed and reduces recoil with all weapons. That's also a very nice perk. Most likely you want to be starting with these two, health and shields, because obviously if I have no health and no shields, I'm dead. I can't do anything. So I'm probably going to focus on those two first. Alright, let's go ahead and change around my, get this repeater here. Yeah, it's 14 repeater here, and put it on, replace the shotgun. Now even, oops, as I showed you, it did say each class is like it's the preferred weapons. But while it says preferred weapons, again, it usually just means it has perks. The class has perks that will boost those weapons. So while I'm not carrying a shotgun, even though it says preferred, for this class prefers shotguns. Well, actually it said preferred explosive weapons and fists for this class. I forgot. But let's say I was using Roland, which prefers combat rifles and shotguns. You don't have to use combat rifles and shotguns with a Roland just because it prefers them. It just means that if you prefer a different type of weapon, that's fine. You can do that. You're just not gonna. It would just not be. You won't get the perks on the class gives you. I'm not saying it right. You won't be able to utilize the perks that class gives you. Like I said, Roland's class gives perks to combat rifles and shotguns. If you're not using combat rifles and shotguns, those perks aren't going to do you any good. So, while I will be using my melee quite a bit, and I believe that also when you use your super ability, my action skill, I believe that also counts as melee. So that actually boosts my super damage as well. Oh yeah! Oh wow! Okay, this is actually pretty good. Wow, this is actually really good. Okay, I'm glad I picked this over the SMG. This is actually really good. Okay, so I'm going to go a repeater pistol, revolver, rocket launcher, and a shotgun. The reason I'm picking those specifically... I thought I heard growling of another skag. The reason I'm picking those weapons specifically is because rocket launchers obviously do a lot of damage and are really good for me. I usually use them whenever I'm down, and if I've got an enemy close to me that's like kind of low on health, I don't have to worry about trying to be accurate because I haven't had to show it yet, but as I'm downed, your vision gets really, really dark and really hard to see. And at a certain point, you have a hard time seeing enemies. So I just rather pull out a rocket launcher and just start shooting ground near where I think an enemy might be. And the explosive range, the AOE of a rocket launcher should kill an enemy that'll usually bring me up most of the time. Ooh, I can itch. Hold on. Ooh, ooh, itch. Ooh. Oh. Okay. Sorry about the really random moment, but I had an itch really bad. Sorry. Alright, we got a grenade purchased.
Smells like off-worlder. How you liking up?
Got a grenade or two? Great. That'll come in handy. Now you're ready to go to Skag Gully and shove one of them up Nine Toes' ass. Alright. We got 48 experience for that. Nine Toes, take him down. Destroy the barricade, enter Skag Gully, and kill Nine Toes. We have to destroy a barricade, gun stash found, and kill Nine Toes. Oh, I forgot to check the mission, read the mission briefing. Nine Toes is in Skag Gully, but I barricaded the nearest entrance when the Skags started acting up. I rigged it with explosives, just in case I ever wanted to get back in. Always plan ahead, I say. Once you're in, look for my wife's grave. It so happens that I stashed one of her favorite guns behind the grave marker. Use it to kill Nine Toes. She would have wanted it that way. Alright. Now we actually get to go...
You ever need anything at all.
Now we're going to go take on our first boss, Nine Toes. It's going to be a little bit of a trip to get there, but we'll get there. Let's get a little extra experience here. Oh, I hit from behind. I didn't know that guy was there. Now, the reason I'm going to be using a revolver, repeater pistol, shotgun, and rocket launcher. The reason I'm choosing shotgun is it's really good for close combat. There's going to be some times when you just gotta get in the face of the enemy, and shotguns are obviously best for that. And there's a boss that drops a shotgun a little bit later that's going to actually last me a really long time. And it does like fires like two bursts, really rapid fire, and it's really, really, really good shotgun. So it's good to have for tearing down enemies. All right, at close range that is. All right, let's use this.
Woo! I heard that blast all the way over here. Bam! Time to give Nine Toes a piece of that. Woo! I'm updating your ecosystem with his location. Come and see me once you put his bits to the grinder.
I'm not touching his bits. No. Alright, let's go into Skag Gully. Entering our first side area. Alright. Oh, I say side area. It's still technically a main area because we got to go here anyway. Oh, there's an explosive sticky I can use. Here's some SDUs. We're going, oh, I don't have the money for this. Well, crapola. I was going to grab this mod because I could use it, but it's too expensive. Okay, so I guess I won't. In the meantime, though, I can tell you what these are. These are SDs. These are what's called storage deck upgrades. These increase your maximum ammo capacity for each of these weapon types. In this case, we've got a combat rifle SDU, increases your combat rifle ammo capacity to 420. You look right underneath Marcus's face here, you see the different ammo types. From left to right, you've got, I believe that's repeater pistol, revolver rounds, SMG rounds, shotgun shells, combat rifle, sniper rifle, rocket launcher, and grenades. While each weapon each weapon type still uses the same amount of ammo. So as long as you could have 3 different types of repeater pistols, they're all going to use the same type of ammo. So you don't have to worry about that. But you still have to use that type of ammo for each repeater pistol. You can't use combat rifle ammo in a repeater pistol. But even if you have several different repeater pistols, you can still use the same ammo for all of them. Therefore, I advise against having 4, or when you can have multiple weapons equipped, I would advise against using the same type of weapon in multiple slots. So if you have 2, so again using repeater rifles, so if you have 2 repeater pistols equipped, and you empty out the ammo in one of them, you're going to empty out the ammo in both of them because they're going to share the ammo because it's the same type. So make sure you have different. I recommend you using different weapon types. Okay. So I'm using, let's see how much these things are, 616 a piece. So I can't afford any of these right now, so I'm not going to bother buying anything. But I should be able to pick up some money on the way out and on the way back. So hopefully when I come back, I would like to at least be able to buy a grenade SDU to start, and then maybe a repeater pistol SDU afterwards. So that's going to be my main weapon right now. It's going to be this repeater pistol until I get some ammo for, or until I get some more weapon slots. I won't be using the rocket launcher very often, except for, when I go down. Alright, let's mosey over here. Pop these skag. See the 04 next to their name. Whoop. Load. Yeah, this repeater pistol's really... I don't know what the hell I've been doing using SMGs all this time. Fuck me. Oh, hello. Whoa, got you. Alright, is it doing good over here? Okay. Apologize for checking the monitor a lot. I had some issues during some test recordings of the frame rate suddenly just dropping. The frame rate would drop to like really piss poor on the recording, and the audio would become desynced. So you'd see me go, you'd see me fire the weapon, and then like 3 seconds later you hear blah blah blah. All right, we got some more skag up here. Yeah, there they are. Looks like guys decided to jump at me. All right. Repeater pistol slugs. All right, leveled up. Challenge completed. What's in here? Okay, the challenge I completed was searching through boxes and looting stuff. So I completed that challenge. I got 1,000 experience. That was enough to level me up. So now I can use another perk point. Let's do health or shields. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's use this one. That one. No, this one. That one. Let me know in the comments below which one. I'm just kidding. We're going to go with maximum health to start. You see now my bar is 175. Or, well, my bar is 175 now, and I'm charging slowly, heading up to my maximum amount because of that shield I've got. It's giving me regeneration. And here's the gun stash that he told us about. Popped out a shotgun. All right, so I'll go ahead and grab it. I'm not going to equip it. And then here's the lady finger. Now, I had said that whenever you go to open up a chest or open up a loot kind of thing, you'll get a random weapon every time. The same is true here. We got a shotgun this time. I've seen a few times that a sniper rifle has popped out of here. I've seen a revolver pop out of here. Most of the time, 99% of the time, any chest that you open, 100% of the time, chests that you open, and some loots will drop a random weapon. It'll be random in every way. However, there are some weapons that are going to be the same regardless. In this case, the lady finger. We open every time you come here. Every time you do this mission and come here and open this little gun stash here, you're going to get the lady finger every time. Whenever you'll beat this 9 Toes boss you're about to go fight, he drops a weapon. It's the same weapon every time, same perks and everything. At least I think the perks are the same. Now you see this one is Omnia Vincent Amor. First of all, I think that's in Latin, so I have no idea what that means just to begin with. So I have no idea what the perk of this weapon is at all. So I can't help you there. Those of you who know Latin, feel free to tell me in the comments below what it means. And maybe if you guys know what the red text means in the Borderlands, please let me know too, because I'd kind of like to know. I'll be picking it up, but I won't be using it. Alright, let's move on ahead. Nine Toes is up in this, over this direction. You can tell because the diamond's that way. Get rid of these skags here first. Also got to deal with some Nine Toes sending out some small bandits at us. These small bandits are called midgets. Don't get pissed at me, people that hate the word midget. It's not an insult. I'm not meaning it as an insult. That's what they're called. They call them midgets in this game. Get over it. It's not a racial slur. It's not an insult. It's not a slam. It's just a word. Let it go. Alright, let's head on in.
You are about to face your first real challenge. I hope you've toughened up enough.
Alright. We got our, here's our, there's another one of these new use stations. This is where we spawn should we die. And unfortunately, all you gotta do is walk by these things, and they'll automatically trigger. I didn't show off where some of these things were. Anytime you enter a new area, there's always one nearby that automatically activates. If you're ever curious as to which one that you have activated, look for, if you can't see the bottom of it being green, look for the green light at the top. If you see a green light up there, that means that's the one you're going to respawn at if you're ever killed. Let's go ahead and refill on ammo here. Still can't afford that mod. I can afford an SDU though, so I'm going to get the grenade SDU since I got enough for it now. What's this? Combat grenade, there it is. Yeah, I can upgrade to 4 grenades. Nice. Alright. Got a better shield here. I couldn't afford it anyway though. 7-2. Okay, so I'd like to get this shield, but I can't afford it. I couldn't afford it even if I didn't if I hadn't bought that SDU a moment ago, but it's okay. Grab this. Shoot him! Oh my god, I'm being shot at. Yeah, you're dead. I got closer to him. Now, for the most part, there are no fall. There's no fall. There is fall damage, but it takes a really long fall to actually take damage. So you don't have to worry about that too much. But there are fall to death zones, like this one right here. If I were to walk off this edge, I didn't do that, guys. I seriously wasn't trying to do that. All I was going to say was if I were to walk off that edge, it would kill me instantly. I wouldn't go down. I would instantly be killed and it respawns that new use station. I didn't do that. I did not walk off that edge. The controller fucked up. I swear, because when I walked off that edge and looked down, I let off the left stick. Somehow I didn't do that. I swear I didn't do that. I swear I didn't.